Welcome to Think Big for Africa podcast. On this podcast, we will bring you interesting conversations with local, national, and international African leaders from all walks of life, home and abroad. Leaders who are doing their bits to progress Africa's development. Conversation topics will range from education, science, health, leadership, politics, business, and many other global issues. Conversations about everything that concerns Africa's development. Africa has so many wonderful achievers worldwide, and this is exactly what we will bring to you on Think Big for Africa podcast. Stay tuned.
Hello, this is the Think Big for Africa podcast. This is Oghenewaire, your host. I have a lovely young lady. Yes, she's a lawyer, a human rights lawyer, property lawyer, and the one that interests me the most today is she's a disability advocate. Now, this interests me because like most of you might know, I have disabilities, both physical and non-physical disability. And she has some disability, and she's a big disability advocate. Her name is Jennifer Nikoro. Jennifer, how are you?
Hi, Ekene, I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. Thank you for being here. I know it's been a little bit difficult to connect, so I'm very, very happy you're here. Now, let's not waste time. Let's go to the meat of the issue. But first, tell my audience a little bit about you and your work.
Okay, thanks again, Ekene. Briefly, my name is Jennifer Nikoro, and I'm a lawyer, a mediator, and also an arbitrator. Founder of LBD Foundation. LBD Foundation stands for Life Beyond Disability. So it's an initiative.
Okay.
Yes, it's an initiative to help those, to empower persons, and to advocate for persons living with disability in Africa. Thank you so much.
All right. So now I know you are a legal practitioner, and like I said, you are the founder of Life Beyond Disability Foundation. So what actually drove you to become a disability advocate?
Yeah. So firstly, I'll say I'm a person with a disability.
Yeah.
I was born without the right four limbs, or the right four arms, rather. And I've lived all my life this way. So it's normal to understand the hurdles or the challenges that goes with disability. The world we are in is the world that I grew up in is a world that is quite competitive. Yeah. And nobody understands anybody's differences. So growing up with such a disability and overcoming some of the hurdles, although not all, but some of the hurdles that goes with disability, especially in Africa, I saw the need to start up a foundation called Life Beyond Disability Foundation. Yeah. Because not everybody may be privileged or may be able to go through some of these hurdles and successfully come out strong and better. Yeah. That is why the need for disability inclusion is quite important in our society.
Yes, it is. Yeah, like you say, it's difficult with disability, either physical or not physical. I became disabled 10 years ago through a stroke. Okay, so I haven't been with a disability all my life. and I know the difference. Now, you have never had, you were born with this disability, and you have grown with it, and you have conquered several things with this. That's wonderful. And I applaud you for your success to date. Okay, so thank you. Now, you founded that foundation. Okay, what does the foundation actually do? Okay, how does it help people with disability? What does it do? Yeah.
Okay, so Life Beyond Disability Foundation, which is LBD Foundation.
Yeah.
What we do is we advocate for PWDs in Africa.
Yeah.
We also empower PWDs in Africa. How we do it is we do it through giving aids, giving empowering the young adults with digital and leadership skills.
Yeah.
Also empowering the children, or rather aiding the children with study aids.
Yeah, very good.
Things we use that we use during their educational period.
Yeah.
So we also focus on older people or aged people.
Yeah.
We help by attending to them medically.
Okay.
However, our statistics is that we focus more on young adults and children.
Yes.
By giving the young adults leadership and digital skills, especially those who are educated.
Okay.
We have a lot of young adults with disabilities who are educated. So we channel some or most, an average of our resources to them to build them more, especially those who want to probably move to the tech industry.
Okay.
That is what we do at Life Beyond Disability. Advocacy, empowerment, health, build peace, disability.
Okay, good one. And see, you said something that you guys focus on the younger generation. And I know resources are limited, and you guys have to make those decisions. I will tell you, living abroad, living in a society where everyone is taken care of, I'm looking forward to the time where our society in Africa would help people like you and me. Okay, if I wasn't here, I don't know what would have happened to me. I'm telling you that, and that's why I'm so happy to meet you and talk to you about this. Right now, I know disability comes in various areas. Now, physical disabilities are very easy to see. Okay, but do our society in Africa, I'm just asking if you know, do we understand when people who do not have physical disability, do we see them? Do we help them? You know, I don't know what we do. So I'm just asking.
Okay, coming from Africa, generally Africa sees persons with disability or special need people as people who probably have an issue with themselves, and is this form of isolation. You know, they just tell me something more like a curse.
Yeah.
Yes, these people are cursed. They are not to be affiliated with. So there are a lot of discrimination around disability, especially those with physical disability, because as you said, it's easier to see them and recognize that there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
There's something, you're blind or you are lame or you know, there's just something wrong with you somehow.
Yeah.
So unlike other disabilities, which are invisible disabilities, which you may not really get to see easily or know easily until you have an interaction with them. As I said, so the thing is, Africa believes that if you have a disability, it means there's something wrong with you. Probably the gods are angry with you or angry with your ancestors or probably angry with your parents. Of course, I don't believe in the gods anyway. Yeah. And you just have a challenge in believing that you are one of them.
Yeah.
So they tend not to associate with you.
Yeah.
And rub mind or shoulders with you.
And that makes things more difficult for people with disability. Isolation is one of the worst things that we suffer, unfortunately, you know, and that's where I became a coach, mostly because I was all alone in my room most of the time. Maybe 99% of the time, I'm alone. So, being the kind of person I was from inception, I'm a very, very confident person. Okay. Yes, my stroke and the impact was massive. But somehow I was able to gather my thoughts. You know, I started doing things to get me back. It took me a long time. You see, that's why right now, I volunteer with 3 different charities that cater for people with disabilities. You know, and I have a couple of friends who are going through the same kind of issues that the ones I've gone through. And I go to them, encourage them, help them, you know, even though in this country, the government and charities also help, you know. So the work you're doing is very, very important. And I hope we can help you build it to be bigger, to help more people, you know? Yeah. So I see that you are a member of Board of Appeal of Classification of the International Paralympic Committee. I don't know. What does that mean? What do? You guys do?
Okay, the BOA, which is the Board of Appeal, it's all about Paralympics, and it's more like a jury or a committee that attends to pleas from athletes, athletes involved in power sports.
Yeah.
Sports are persons with disabilities that are involved in sports.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. It's all about social inclusion for persons with disability. And I'm privileged to be the only Black person in that committee, and also the only African.
Wow.
Yeah, in the committee. Yes, I'm privileged to be that one of the only African, not one of the only African. So what we do is that we get to listen to appeal from athletes who feel that maybe during their screening or during that period where they were being assessed for classification, they were not classified rightly into the class they ought to be.
Yeah.
Get to view their appeal, see it, and give our verdicts.
Okay.
On the scenarios.
Okay. Oh, very interesting. In fact, I right now I'm going to such an appeal, but not for sports. Yeah. Okay. So that's interesting. You know, I'm happy to see Nigerian Paralympic athletes. They won so many medals this Olympics. That's very good. Yeah. That's very good.
Yeah.
So, are there other NGOs in Nigeria or other African countries that deal with people with disability that you collaborate with? Are there other NGOs that you work with?
Well, there are so many other NGOs in Nigeria and Africa.
Yeah.
That also have this vision, and they also have the drive, which is the mission for empowering and advocating for PWDs in Africa. Currently, right now, I don't partner with any non-profit or NGO that does that. I tried partnering with few, but it wasn't really successful anyway. And the way I started more like a drive, a zeal, and not really like, so I said more like it was more of a drive to me to help persons, to help people. It didn't really form in my mind that I wanted to do an NGO. I just wanted to help some persons. And as I continue helping people, I decided, let's just make this thing bigger than what it is and grow it. So I have done most of the work that I've done thus far with my own personal income that I get from being a legal practitioner. And also from friends and families who see that, oh, you're doing a good job. Let's support you. So, but I'm still looking out to partner with.
So see, you know what? See, you're doing a great job. Okay.
So I said I still believe in. I said I'm still looking out to partner with as many persons who believe in the work we do at LBD Foundation, which is Life Beyond Disability Foundation, and I believe partnering will help to expand the work.
See, this work cannot be done by one person. It's not going to be done by one person, because I know we have millions of people in our society who need the kind of work you do. Okay, so if you have millions of people we want to reach, that means we need more resources. Okay, either human resources or money, and money, not all. Okay, so to do that, you need to partner with people. Okay. Well, I have a friend who is a senior member of a global NGO. I don't know if what they do. In fact, he was just transferred to Africa last month. Okay, he's a senior person. He's a member of the board. So he's in Africa. So I will ask him. I don't know if what they do would align with what you do, but I will ask him because if it is, it might be a means for you to get some little funding to help your cause. All right. So it's important. It's important if you really want to build this. Okay. If you really want to build this. See, I know you're a lawyer.
Okay, just to chip in something, as I earlier said, yes, funding is a major thing for all persons, and we are looking at how we can expand so that this thing will not just be limited. Partnering is also very important. As we said, we are looking out for people who will partner with us to help the vision, both human power, both financially, and in otherwise. So we are looking for partners.
I understand that.
Partnership. Thank you.
I understand that. Yes. So that's why I said, okay, I'll ask my friend if what they do will align with what you do, so that if they do, I will connect you with them. Yeah, that's it. All right. Okay. So I want us to look at the law. Okay. Because I don't know what law in Nigeria in particular was made to advocate for people with disability. Okay. So does Nigeria have the required laws, education, and social structure? Now, I'm asking a question. I have my view of it, but I don't know. I've not been in Nigeria for some years. I don't know if something started a few years ago, but do we have those things to cater for people with disabilities?
Okay. Currently, Nigeria has a law that covers persons with disability. It's called the Discrimination Against Persons with Disability and Prohibition Act.
Okay.
2019. It was enacted in 2019 by President Buhari, and it was commissioned same 2019, and the law provides basically and supports persons with disability, and also shun every form of discrimination against persons with disability. Though the law is still quite young, yes, the act is quite young in the system, and it's still going through a lot of hurdles, because there's one thing to pass a law, another thing to implement it. Yes, especially in Africa, where implementation takes longer time.
Yeah.
So that's it, but there's a standing law. And one thing about LBD Foundation, which is Life Beyond Disability, is that we are not just focused on Nigeria alone, although yes, we focus on Nigeria, but we are actually spreading our tentacles all around Africa. Currently, for now, Ghana doesn't really have any standing law for PWDs, although they plan on implementing something like that. Yes, they really don't have. Although they plan on implementing something very, very soon to change the policy.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that there are no NGOs there.
Yeah,
of
course.
Do things there, but when you have a standing
law,
structures in place, statutes in place, it helps to protect the images of these people.
Yes.
And also it also helps to include them in the society. And even that of Nigeria, going through the sessions and going through the sessions, you get to see that there is really no place for persons with disability being funded, or going to school. Probably has some limitations, although the government have tried to do some work, but I know very well that there's a place for progress. There's always a place to add more progress. So there's just few laws in the which I've seen thus far. There's real provision for PWDs, young adult education for them to the higher institution. Yeah, there's a general free education for secondary schools, but not really into the higher institution. And there's really medical for persons with disabilities, to cater for their well-being as persons with disability.
When I was a teenager, in secondary school, I used to go to UNILAG, University of Lagos, and help a gentleman. What was his name? Oh my God. I was about 14, 15. I used to go and help him read his textbook and record it into tapes. Master P, I think he was called. Yeah. In Baluba. That was my when I got into UNILAG, that was my home. But I used to go there as a young boy. So in those days, in the mid 80s, right? I met several blind students in Unilag. I used to go help them. So, I mean, as things change so much in a society, to the extent, like you said earlier, the way people look at people with disabilities, we see them as less than humans. I mean, how did you get to that space? Coming from the way we saw them when I was a young boy and the way we see them now. You see, I would use myself as an example. When I had my stroke, okay, I know so many people, what many people said to me. It's as if our mentality as a people has gone backwards instead of progressing. Everything we see is about witches and demons. What's going on? And it affects people with disability. Not like you said, like we talked about. If somebody has disability and the disability is not physical, let's say that person have a lot of difficulty speaking, for example, and he blabs out some rubbish. And then how do people see them? How does a society as a unit see people with disability? Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So I'm asking, how did he get this mindset of, instead of helping people with disability, we label them as something unnatural, unhuman?
Well, one thing is for sure, there are several reasons why people get to have one form of disability or the other. Mm-hmm. That's for sure. However, I just feel that despite the several reasons why people get disability, I feel the society should narrow it down to the point of helping them and not pointing out this is the reason why this is happening to you, or this is not the reason. I think everybody decide to more focus on helping.
Yes. Yeah.
And not giving them.
Yeah.
That's where we are right now.
Okay. That's what we want. Okay. That's what we want. But people will help people if they, in their mind, they think they are dangerous, they are demonic. Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
If I was that kind of person, and maybe a neighbor has a child who has extreme disabilities, I will look at the child and run the other way. So this is part of the work your foundation and others need to do. Education. You know, we need to,
of course,
just like you help people with this disability. Well, maybe we need another foundation. If you can handle all this, to educate our public about these things. The truth of the matter is that no matter what the cause of the disability, they are all humans. The causes are natural. Yes, if you don't know why, somebody should be able to explain it to you. You see, we need to get away from seeing things as supernatural, because they're not. You know, I mean, that's what I say, and that's the view of science, and that's the view of every progressive country in the world. You know, so we need to put away that mentality if we want to grow. You know, if we want our society to expand and work together. You know, that's my thoughts.
Well, we do a lot of sensitization campaign with respect to PWDs in Africa, and with the aim of advocating for their right, and also with the aim of changing the mindset about who on how PWDs are a lot, especially in where I am coming from. I do a lot of it.
Yeah,
we do a lot of it, both media advocacy, both one-on-one enlightenment.
Yes,
and also building the younger generation not to see disability as an abnormal condition, just the way the older generation see it.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of it.
Thank you for that.
As an NGO, it's quite important that we educate people, as you have said, despite whatever mentality they may have about PWDs. Just quite important to make them understand that they are not abnormal at all, and they are just like themselves, like the people who are viewing them. Mm-hmm. So it's yes, it correlates, it goes side by side, and I get your point. It goes side by side. All right. Mindset to change. However, to take what I've seen on the feed, it's a gradual work.
Oh yeah,
it's a gradual work.
Yeah,
coming from Africa, what I see on the feed, you have to keep enlightening them, making them understand why they are top notch. I mean top notch, like they have a disability, but they are well able to do so many things.
Yeah.
So bringing out role models with disability, just like myself and few other persons, we need them to visualize what we say, and not just to. So it helps to imprint a better picture and help them change their mindsets. So a lot of role models come out. Yeah. And that's one of the reasons why we include leadership skills in our NGO.
Very good. Very good.
Who, despite their disabilities, they can still be in a position and represent themselves, and also other really sector of Africa who may have one form of disability, but their disability will not limit them. This is really lacking in Africa. We are short of leaders with disability. In fact, we don't even have representatives with disability in Africa. And the little who are trying to emerge are being shut down. So our NGO is trying to change such policies to make them understand that a disability is not a form of, it should exclude people, just advocating. We also build them, and it's all about the mindset too, because PWDs need to know that whatever the society is trying to put into their mind is not who they are.
Yeah.
So we have to build the PWD to believe in themselves. Believing in yourself is an internal issue, an internal thing that you have to deal with.
Yeah.
And if you don't believe in yourself, you can't be a leader. Yes. A leader can't have a low self-esteem.
Exactly.
You can't lead when you haven't led yourself. Those are the things we are building, the capacity building we are doing all of, and God is helping us.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. So you just said, you just nailed the point of what I'm gonna ask, but I think you can build on that. You said you help them to become leaders. Okay, so you do that. What kind of skills do you help people with disability to acquire? What other skills?
Okay, as I've said, one of the major skills, or one of the major trainings we give at LBD Foundations, I've earlier said, is digital and soft skills, which we help PWDs, especially young adults who are most likely educated, even those who are not educated too, also fall into this. So we help them, we connect them with tech industries who will probably give us train them on pro bono, or probably give us a discount in training them. All of this goes with resources too. Aside this, we don't just leave them there. Aside this, we also do give them mentoring skills. As I talked about leadership, PWDs are lacking in mentoring, and they lack mentors. Mentors. So me as a person, I am more like a role model to so many persons, and we also want more mentors and role models. So one thing we do is that we give them mentoring skills. We go take them through mentoring session, counseling session, therapy sessions on how to build themselves, build their inner capacity. A lot of training on these are all more like a package. There are seminars, days for seminars, aside days for digital training.
Okay.
So so we do a lot of mentoring, free counseling, free counseling, training, and also we do more on building them in their financial capacity.
Okay.
So we talk to them about making profit and being resourceful to themselves beyond what they can think of.
Well,
so all of a package, actually.
Well, you guys are doing a wonderful job. Yes. The connecting them to software companies, it's a very good strategy, because myself right now, I can't do many things physically, but on my laptop, I can do many things. I can do this. I can talk, thankfully, right? So there are things in the digital age that people can learn skills and be very useful to themselves and the society. That's the difference, the very big difference between this age and
the previous age.
20, 30 years ago. And that's good. That's good that you're doing that.
As I earlier said, if you really want to empower people, you must give them something that they can go with and become independent to a large extent.
Yes.
And that is why, as you know, the future of work is all about technology. Sometimes especially persons with disability in Africa, they have challenges with, especially those with physical disability, they have challenges with this 9-to-5 jobs.
Yes.
These kind of jobs. And if they can all progress and, get into the tech industry, it's become more accessible for them.
Good. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So we're looking at the future of work and how tech will be the main thing in the future. So if we don't put them now, we don't drive in digital inclusion for PWDs, they will be lacking behind even more in the nearest future. That is one reason why we need to go ahead, build them, and also build them, as I said, in leadership skills, mentoring skills, not just building them to be leaders, but building them to lead others. who are coming, because the truth is, as you said, disability is natural.
It's
Anybody
natural
can
thing,
be
yeah.
born or can have a disability. So yeah, it's natural. So people, you have to prepare other people's mind, the person's mind, that if this happens to you, I'm there for you.
Yeah.
I will lead you through, and you will still come out. Yeah, you still come out good at the end of it all. So that is the reason why persons with disability have to lead others with the same younger generations, and also they also have to lead the world too. Not just leading PWDs, but also leading
other people
in the word sense. It's not a crime if we have a president or we have a governor with a disability in Africa. It's not a crime if we have someone who's a representative aside that little community of PWD association. It's really not a crime if we have someone who's a senator and has a disability. You may even be born with it.
Very good. So now you're doing you're talking my language. Yeah.
So that's
very good. So the last question I will ask you: when you look at Africa in the next 20, 30 years, how do you see Africa handling people with disability? How do you see people with disability growing and doing things all over Africa?
Okay, I believe that in the next 20, 30 years, we'll be way better than the way we are right now. We have gone a long way. Yes, we have. We have the discrimination, yes, it's still there, but I believe it was worse in the days of our fathers. I believe so, kind of. Maybe it was worse. So, like in Nigeria, I talked about the Discrimination Against Persons with Disability and Prohibition Act in Nigeria, which was enacted in 2019. And I believe that in years to come, maybe 10, 15 years to come, there will be a lot more of implementation and also a lot more on adding some other vital needed policies which may not really be included right now. So I believe that it's going to be progressive, especially if NGOs like myself do their work very well. The younger generations will see disability as a normal, natural incident or happening
of life.
And they will know how to relate better with PWDs. The discrimination is going to reduce, and maybe not even there. The isolation. PWDs in Africa will take up leadership roles, as we have talked about, and they will rank top in whatever thing they do. Because one thing about persons with disability is the fact that they always want to prove to people that they can do. So that's enthusiasm is there, that passion is there. And if that passion meets opportunity, meets preparation, it's going to come out as success.
Very good.
So that's how I see Africa.
Very good. Very good. Jennifer, thank you very much. You are doing a fantastic job. I will try, like I said, to talk to my friend to see if what they do aligns with what you do, and we take it from there. Thank you for being here today.
Okay. I want to say persons with disability are not less human. They are as human as you are. They are well able, given the right support system, they can do as well as other persons with non-disabilities can do. Impossibility basically in the mind, not really about the function of the body. Impossibility is basically in the mind. So a good mindset will produce possibilities despite the challenges with disability. So I want to encourage persons with disabilities, especially in Africa, to build the right mindset, because if you build the right mindset, you can be able to you get healed and you can be able to heal others. Also, I also want to encourage society that when you see a person with disability, we should have the mindset that they are just like yourself, but doing things in a different and unique way.
Yes.
Accommodate them, speak with them, don't isolate from them, make them feel more human, and you'll see how resourceful they can be to the society. We all need each other.
Very good.
We all need each other to contribute our quota to the society. So we shouldn't neglect any sector, or we shouldn't neglect any group of persons.
Yes.
Because neglecting them is reducing the resourcefulness that can come into that society.
That's true. That's very good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jennifer. Guys, that is Jennifer. She has enlightened us about how our society in Africa deals with people with disability. And I want us all to go out, be helpful with people with disability. Don't treat them special, because we do not want to be treated special, but give us some little accommodation, all right, according to what we need to bring out the resourcefulness we have inside. All right, Jennifer, thank you very much.
Okay, take care.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Listen or watch more episodes of Think Big for Africa podcast with new guests every week. Subscribe to ensure that you are notified whenever new episodes are available.